their ruler, Colonel Gaddafi.
Mm-hmm.
He outlawed boxing, and it was only reintroduced after his death in the early 90s. So Libya obviously lost a lot of ground in boxing during that period in the wilderness. And they do have, I think, 2 or 3 boxers here in Dakar.
And the spring of youth right there, the 19-year-old Al-Mansouri, letting the crowd know, coming out, having a little dance. Can you imagine what is going on? I love the look. I would love to look inside the soul and the mind of these, especially the young kids. They've come here. They've been training. They know, ultimately, they want to qualify. They want to move on to the next round. First of all, a big challenge here in the form of Esende. But for 19, I mean, this is what you dream of. This is now it's just about trying to take all of the emotions and all of the adrenaline and channel it somehow.
Yeah, there was a bit of bravado of youth there, wasn't there, in the intro, but I got the impression just after that he looked a little bit nervous, I have to say. And you can see not too much to choose physically between the two. Similar height, perhaps the Libyan ever so slightly taller. It's Esende in the red, Al-Mansouri in the blue. Tanzania against Libya. First of 3 3-minute rounds in the men's lightweight. As you said earlier, Tom, not too much time to work each other out.
Right.
Straight into it is Esende.
Esende trying to send a message right off the top with a combination. And if the young man is a little nervous and maybe feeling the moment a little bit, Esende wants to get right in there and tell him what he's up against. And so far, he is the aggressor.
He is, but the Libyan covering up well, landing a couple of shots in return. Bit of a stumble from Esende there. Al-Mansouri not able to capitalise. But Al-Mansouri, I like the way he's started. He looks to have a decent jab, covering up well. Good foot movement.
This is as much of a feeling out first round as I think we've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they've just caught each other once, and that's probably given them a bit to think about. And I think Esende is backed off slightly because he started very much the aggressor, but now he's just a bit more circumspect.
This inactivity is difficult for judges, isn't it?
Very difficult. Difficult to score.
And I'm not saying that they're not working and setting things up, but there isn't a lot of punches being thrown.
Not many clean hits. So right to the body from Esende, and he goes to the body again. Mansouri with the feint. A minute to go in round 1. Al-Mansouri happy to dance a bit and try and land something on the counter.
Esende on the prowl and just stakes his ground in the middle of the ring and continues to push forward.
Very tough to score, I would say. Not much to choose between these two at all. I'd say the Libyan, just with the slightly smarter work, he landed a nice left inside in that exchange.
We talk all the time in boxing about stealing a round late, and this would be the time.
A couple of good shots from Al-Mansouri. I think if anyone's stolen this round late, I think it's the Libyan. Just 19 years old. What a moment for him. And, mutual respect there at the end of the first round. A tough one to score, but I think Al-Mansouri might have shaded that.
I'm going to go the other way this time.
Are you really?
But I have no idea. I mean, I think we're going to see some split 10-9s.
I think
some different 10-9s.
I think you may be. I think stylistically, the youngster from Libya, he looks talented. He's got good foot movement. He's not landing too much, but I think he landed the better quality punches. in that first round? We're about to find out. Well, you were right, Tom. I feel a bit sorry for Al-Mansouri on that first round. I thought he...
Yeah, I didn't see a run of the table. I didn't see 5, 10, 9s. And you can see from the reaction of the young man as he looked up, and there was a little bit of a surprise look as he came out of his corner. So we'll see. And again, this second round now becomes even more important for both.
Yeah, absolutely. Al-Mansouri needs really to win this round. And as you say, he's a bit surprised to have lost that first one. And it's given Essendi a boost.
It
it
sure
really
has.
He's come out firing in this second.
Who is that man in red? He jumped into Essendi's trunks here because this is a different fighter. It's amazing what the corner will do. You know, you tell him you won the first round. Now you can be a little more aggressive. But Al-Mansouri is weathering it.
He is, but Essendi's
punches.
Just getting through that guard a bit. Al-Mansouri made him miss there. Almost a minute gone in the second round.
Yeah, there is more fury to the right hand of Essendi now, I think.
There is. He's attacking with a bit more intent. Good jab landed by Al-Mansouri. Essendi working to the head and the body. Good right over the top from Essendi. Al-Mansouri needs to start firing back. Otherwise this bout could get away from him. Tried the uppercut. Not quite scoring.
Now there's more or less one-way traffic at this point.
Much more intensity to Essendi's work here in round 2. Al-Mansouri probably thought, after seeing himself on the wrong end of the scorecard after round 1, that he has to change things slightly, but it's not working at present. Because here comes Essendi. A couple of good shots to the body after the attack to the head. A minute to go in round 2. Al-Mansouri is only 19, as you say. And this is as much a learning experience as anything.
Yeah.
Until you've been in a fight like this, he lands a good left inside. Until you've been into a situation like this, you don't really know, and you're not really sure what the judges are looking for. And of course, the pressure and the occasion. It's all new for this young Libyan. He's acquitted himself well, but I'd say wasn't sure about the first round. I thought he might have had the better of the first round. The judges thought different, but he's definitely on the receiving end in round 2.
And the occasion, I don't think, was too big for him, but you know, it is a whole different world when you mention Olympics and it's Olympic qualifier, and you know, you have a man across the ring from you who has the same goal and has more experience, clearly. I think this is going to, I don't think there's any 10-8s here, but I would say 5 across the board, 10-9s, huh?
Yeah, which, you know, that was clearly Essendi's round, I would say. The first one, not so much. But see some of the action from round 2. You can see there was a lot being thrown, but a lot of it was being blocked.
It was being blocked, but there was not much of a, he took a lot of punches and then acted like he wasn't getting hit much, which probably none of it hurt him, but it's still, he's not hitting his punches.
He's not coming back much. You can see as well, after that head attack, he switched to the body and landed a couple of good shots. Essendi to the body. He was getting through the guard a bit there as well.
And somebody has Al-Mansouri 10-9. Okay.
Only 4 of the judges giving that round to Essendi, which gives him a very comfortable lead going in to the third and final round. And Al-Mansouri, he knows he needs something big here. He's going to keep his qualification hopes alive.
And Essendi is not at all resting on his big lead. Continuing to pepper lefts and rights and stalking in mid-ring.
Bit of a noise disturbance there, just put me off my stride for a second. Luckily Tom was here to pick things up. Oh, that's a good left from Isendi.
Yeah, I think he's starting to feel like he really can't be hurt by whatever Al-Mansouri's throwing, and he's just going to wade in and continue to do his work, which he is piling up.
And he is piling on the pressure now. Al-Mansouri, he's taking a bit of punishment here. He looks a bit ragged and tired. And
there could be a standing 8 any time now.
There could be. Isendi moving in, hoping maybe to stop this inside the distance.
He continues to be disciplined and work the body as well as the head.
He does. As you say, he seems to be not concerned too much by Al-Mansouri's power and just ploughing through it to make sure he lands his own shots. It's definitely the snappier, smarter work now coming from the Tanzanian.
Yeah, right there. 3 in a row.
See Al-Mansouri just feeling the pace there, those punches lacking the snap. He looks tired as well. A minute to go in round 3. Alex Michael Isendi seemingly on his way to round 2.
Awaiting in round 2 is the 4th seed, Jonas from
Jonas,
Namibia.
Junius Jonas, an Olympian, actually carried the flag for Namibia at Rio 2016 and a high quality fighter.
Yeah, it won't be like this.
It won't be like this. Jonas, who I saw at the 2017 African Championships, he was, in my book, the fighter of the tournament there, the boxer of the tournament. Fast hands, very, very skilled, stylish fighter from Namibia. And he's awaiting the winner of this, which looks like it will be Alex Michael Isendi in the red from Tanzania.
And the education and career building of the young 19-year-old Al-Mansouri continues here. He'll take a lot away from this work with his training and trainers and staff, review the tape, and he'll continue to work. And if the passion's there, there's better things for him down the road. But clearly, this was a clinic put on by the 27-year-old Isendi.
Absolutely. He warmed to the task, particularly in the second round. And he continued that dominance into the third. So I think you're pretty sure what the decision's going to be here. Points win for that man in your picture, Alex Michael Isendi. But as we say, tough ask coming up in the second round. It's Jonas, Junius Jonas of Namibia, who is actually the reigning Commonwealth champion. Here comes the decision. There it is. The referee raises his arm.
And now 3 days of rest before he gets that huge step up. And look at that. I really appreciate that.
Nice
in the
touch.
Spirit of sportsmanship. And here's a look back. But, you know, we mentioned the huge step up. And I talked about this yesterday. I think sometimes having been in the ring and been in the occasion and had a fight, and then, you know, he didn't get hurt, so he has 3 days now. Is there an advantage to a little bit of an advantage to Isendi coming in against Jonas, even though Jonas is clearly has the broad